Welcome into the madness. This is my favorite hour every single week. I love Sundays at 3:15. My name is Dan Coop from Sports Trade. I'm joined by two of our favorite bettors. So we've got Ben Carey from Capwise and one of our power users, Mark Goldberg, joining us. We'll go down the line here, left to right. Ben, how are you?
We've been pretty good. I'm trying to figure out like what my Broncos are doing. Are we tanking? Do we want Caleb Williams? Are we just incompetent, or is it all the above? So
I didn't want to start with that, but they're making Justin Fields look like a Pro Bowler today.
yeah, I think he was 23 or 24 at one point, and the only incompletion was on the Hail Mary attempt. So
yikes.
Yeah.
And Mark Goldberg joining us from parts unknown, I assume somewhere in New Jersey. How are you, my friend?
I'm doing well. How about you?
Very well. We're excited to have you on. Two very distinct, different styles of betting here. Mark, how would you describe the way that you use Sport Trade?
Oh, that's a good question. I have learned through you, and especially Alex, the CEO, changed my betting strategy as a betting exchange. I had never done that before in my life. It took a lot to learn. I was fighting them tooth and nail because I'm a money line guy. I look at the odds. And then I started realizing, think of shares. You buy something at 80, you sell at 85, you made $5 a share. And times how many shares. It's that simple. I said, wow, it is. And I've been doing a combination of that and a combination of my ARBs, which I've lived and died by the last 5 years very successfully. Yeah. So it's a good combination.
Well, we do love arbitrage betting, and you've got a couple ARBs on your screen right now. We can run through the bets on our screen now. Mark, do you want to start?
Yeah. So, well, it's a little small on my screen. Let me.
Well, I can tell you, you've got the Chiefs money line later tonight at -408, which you said was not an ARB, but that's more of like a stock trade.
Yes, that is the big one. I bought it at 80. In fact, I put it in order at 80. It was higher. It's at 81, and I learned if you put it a little lower, sometimes you can get a better price.
Right.
And I got it at 80, and I already have a sell order for 85. So I'm looking to hopefully.
We'll explain that real quick. So Mark's not even looking for the game to go all the way to its end. Mark is trying to just gain $5 per share. And Mark, you sent it to me earlier. Are you comfortable with me reading out the amount?
Sure.
Okay.
Wait. Before you do that, having said that, just understand, I am a conservative guy, and it's going to sound really weird when you hear the amounts. But trust me, in and out is what I'm looking for.
Well, you go ahead, because I switched accounts, so I'm on the Sport Trade account, not my own. So do you want to read it out?
Yeah. So basically, it's about I think it's 8,800.
Okay.
For 110 shares at $80. It's a scary price. I'm still scared every time I make these bets. I mean, I'm not lying to you because there is a risk involved. But
you stand to profit over $500.
Yeah, it's a calculated risk. I pick my spots. I've been doing really well with it. I want to get in and out. I've been watching the odds every game. I try to monitor the odds, how they move up and down. As they get a first down, how it moves. As they get a field goal or touchdown, it moves. And I got a good feel of it. So my feeling is if I sometimes get a really good team that I like, they get an early lead or they do well, I put the order in to sell. I sell and I figure out how much I'm going to get. And I've been doing pretty well with that.
So, Ben, unfortunately, your under 60.5 is officially dead. The Bills just scored again. So it is 41-20. That's DOA.
Yeah.
A Stephon Diggs touchdown. Elsewhere around the dial. Well, you know what? I'm sorry, Ben. I didn't mean to skip you. Why don't you go ahead and run down your positions?
Yeah. So right now, I have the Steelers 3.5, plus 3.5. I got that at minus 122. I haven't seen what is going on right now in that one as of late. What's the score?
Right now, Steelers, look in the bottom of your screen. I'll pull it up. It's 16-6. Steelers have the football. They've kicked field goals, I believe, on back-to-back possessions.
Yeah, they were in the red zone too. That's frustrating. Yeah. I guess I could get a touchdown back in that. So I got that, and then the Miami Buffalo, that's done. I thought the Bills red zone D was going to do a little better, or both red zone Ds, but oh well. And then Vikings, looks like that's looking pretty good. So
that's looking really good. So they just scored again. Vikings up 21-13, and they got the ball back again.
Nice.
They were down 13-7, and then Bryce Young fumbled, picked up in return for like a 75-yard touchdown. And now all of a sudden they score again and get the ball right back. So they're up 21-13.
Nice.
That's looking pretty good.
Okay, that's good. I got that one. That was plus 150, so that got me kind of back into things for the day.
I could use one more score in that game because I have an ARB with that, and over 34.5 gives me a little more money. Just
let's do it. Yeah, either way, we get a Vikings touchdown or a Panthers. So
we love the arbitrage here. I'll run down mine really quickly. And again, Heisenberg back for another week. Thanks for watching, brother. We really appreciate it.
He's a Capwise guy. Thanks.
He is a Capwise guy. Yeah. He was chatting up Nick a couple weeks ago when he was on the show.
Nice.
Mine are real quick. Browns minus 2.5. That looks awful. I got that on Monday. And of course, Deshaun Watson not playing. Ravens are up 21-3, but I did hop in on the Ravens minus 10.5 prior when it was 14-3. So that's looking pretty good. DTR looks awful. I'm looking for a bit of a middle here. Commanders plus 9.5 and Eagles money line. I got the Eagles money line right before half at minus 117. Dolphins plus 3. Was on life support, and then the Bills went and scored again. So now they're down 19. So that's looking not so great with about a minute to go in the third quarter. Heisenberg says he's sweating about 2 yards from KJ Osborne. One day we'll have props on Sport Trade. Let's focus.
I look forward to that.
Yeah, you and me both. So I'm heavily invested in the Eagles game for obvious reasons. Eagles have the ball, 2nd and 13, 2 minutes to go in the second quarter. Looks like for your Vikings bet, Ben, 21-13, they just punted. So Carolina will take over here. So
okay,
Carolina hasn't been able to do anything though. So if we're talking like strategy, Carolina's got the ball. Maybe if you wanted to put a little more on that, I mean, I'm not advocating you do that, but because you'd ruin your average cost. But I would think you're at top of market considering. The Vikings have the ball now, or excuse me, Carolina's got the ball now with the chance to get it back under that number.
In a weird way, like the cash out selling isn't the worst, but I'm not going to do it because look, it's a one possession game with a 2-point conversion. It goes into OT, they get a field goal. That bet loses, and the way the Vikings luck has worked this year, considering like how lucky they were last season, I wouldn't be shocked. But at the same time, I'm just going to hold true with that one.
No, it makes total sense. Let's see. Looking around the dial here, it looks like the Bucks are going for a field goal to make it 17-6. I don't know if you guys have had a chance to watch the Buccaneers Saints game, but just a battle of two shitty quarterbacks. It's unbelievable.
There's a lot of bad quarterback play today, man.
Yes. Yeah. It's good. So 17-6. Let me look at the live lines here. Murray joining us again for a third straight week. Enjoying the show as always, guys. Thanks. Murray, let us know what you're on this week. We appreciate you watching, man. It's great to start a new show and have people come back week after week. Hopefully you like the format. If there's something you want to see more of, something you want to see less of, unless it's me, just let us know in the comments. We
appreciate you hopping on, Murray. I like the little dog.
Likewise.
But yeah, you're right, Dan. It's those the OGs who start with you. They help hype you up a little bit. Like Absolutely. Heisenberg's been watching our streams for probably over 2.5 years now.
So, I love that.
Yeah,
I love it. Well, welcome into the fold, Heisenberg. I know he's here every Sunday too. Again, Nick brought him into the 10.
Yeah,
and I'm sure when he heard that you were here, he came running. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. I'm looking for
about the Saints. Commanders.
Yeah, Bucs Saints. I'm just kind of curious what it looks like right now if there's an opportunity. The Saints have looked awful. Like Derek Carr might be shot.
Yeah, well, he also is. He was like not expected to play, and then they were basically like, "Oh, you're playing." It was kind of surprising. So I wonder if he's not 100%.
He's got a shoulder injury. Eagles now inside the 15, so we're in danger of me. I win the money line, but I wouldn't be able to hit the middle. That's okay. That was more of an emotional hedge. Okay, so Buccaneers minus 7.5 right now is minus 108, 51.5 per share. And again, that's 17-3 right now, or 17-6 right now. And honestly, like the Saints have looked awful. That's not the worst thing in the world.
Yeah. And Mark, I was just going to point something out because I'm a Broncos fan. You get one more touchdown for the Broncos. I mean, you basically are gonna hit that over, and barring a tie in OT or something crazy out of that type of thing. But
it's an ARB, so
it's not the worst. Yeah, so you're staying put.
Yeah, like I said, the one thing I wanted is just take a little more money on the Vikings game if somebody scores.
Mm-hmm.
but I don't know if that's happening or not.
The Panthers have the ball. Looks like trying.
So Thursday night we did a show with Drew Dinsick, the whale capper, and he just an absolute masterclass of live handicapping. And one of the things he always said was you want to be mindful of situation, right, and where the market is overreacting. So I'm looking at, again, Buccaneers -7.5. They're up 17-16. I believe either they have the ball or they just punted. Oh no, they kicked the field goal. What am I talking about? So the Saints are going to get the ball here. So you would think that 51.5, they're on defense. This might be the time to buy them, because if they were to be receiving the kick or the punt or whatever, that price would go up a little bit.
Assuming if you as the better think that they're going to stop the Saints, which
right,
they've been doing that all game, right?
Yeah. I mean, let's take a look at the drive by drive here real quick and see if we can figure something out. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Last 6 possessions for the Saints. 3 plays, punt. 8 plays, punt. 6 plays, punt, fumble. 3 plays, punt. 12 plays, field goal. Now, the question is, do you think they figured something out on their last drive? I'm not entirely certain they have, but
I worry about those late scores.
Yeah,
and the other team has a nice two possession lead, and they just kind of let up. I mean, how many times have we seen that before? It's
very true, Mark. And of course, I messed up my little scoreboard down here.
Yeah, that's a good point, Mark. And those always suck too, right? They play good defense all game, and then they drop into a prevent. Yeah. We've all been there. Yeah.
Did I miss something? The Bears and Broncos are tied. 28-28.
Fumble recovery. Yeah. It's
unbelievable. Heisenberg, take back what you said. You said Broncos country, let's protest until they fire Vance Joseph. Hey, Vance Joseph is having the time of his life.
Oh, yeah, he really is. I love
Sergio Dot.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
Now it's tied. Interesting.
What's that?
It's it's interesting. So and Mark, feel free to chime in.
Sure.
When you have a game that looks like it could go into OT or it's flirting with overtime, especially so obviously NFL, college, 2 different rules. How do you kind of look at like overtime kind of playing a factor into anything?
It's very, very interesting that you say that, because I was thinking about that the other day, and I see how the odds flip tremendously. Let's say a team gets the ball first, then they usually become favorite, and as soon as they have to punt, then it switches big time. And if you catch it the right way,
that's right
you
there,
can make some money, right? Absolutely.
Yeah.
I haven't done it yet, but I have looked, and I've I like to monitor. I like to see how odds kind of go up and down, kind of get an idea and stuff for future betting. But I have noticed that, and that is something. Again, there's not a lot of overtimes, but it is something I've thought about.
Getting a little cozier in Indianapolis is now 23-14. The Rams were up 20-0 at halftime, 23-0 after the first possession, and now an Anthony Richardson touchdown. That's within 9 points.
Good. I hope the Rams lose. I'm mad at the Rams from the other night.
From Monday. I mean, Lou Morello had just crushed them. Well, see, so here's an interesting thought too, because we mentioned earlier on the stream that Matt Stafford looked like he was hurt.
Oh yeah, you mentioned that. Yeah, what was he limping, or what did it look like?
Something. I mean, the Rams are -748 right now.
Whew.
Which means you can get the Colts at +578, and again, like it's sports trade, right? Like they don't have to win.
Right.
Hold on, let's pull that one up here. Yeah, 23. Oh, they got the 2-point conversion, so 23-15, 8-point game. Wow. I'm doing it. I'm gonna hop in. Colts money line. Let's see what we got. I got it at 578. Let me add that to the screen.
I like that.
Yeah.
It's situational, right? Like, you have a quarterback not looking 100%. There you
go. Last week on the show, we hit 2 live money lines. We had the Colts against the Ravens, and I can't remember who else. Murray, a good question. I know this is a football stream, but what's the best MLB future you're cashing today, Ben?
Ooh, a future. That's a good question. I haven't looked at it yet, but man, this sounds crazy, and I'll have to look at the odds like one more time, but I almost feel like I'm buying at the peak right now. But man, I don't know how anyone's going to take down the Braves, man.
They look unbelievable.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's like, you know, I don't have the odds in front of me, but it's probably tougher to find some value with a team like that. But man, baseball playoffs can be crazy. I mean, it's a game of baseball that's played in, you know, in a series setting, and you know, you can get super unlucky, and this is how it goes sometimes.
Yeah, Braves. Let's see. I'm trying to pull up the markets here. I mean, yeah, Braves lost to NLDS last year to a Phillies team that got in on the last day. I mean, you just never really know. But they're unbelievable. Their lineup is ridiculous.
It's insane. Like the percentage of hard hit balls, man. It's like they're doubling up like the next team. It's
Murray, I hit Acuna most runs at plus 1,000. The Braves' best record at plus 700. Best baseball season I've had future wise. Wow, that's great. Good for you, man.
Yeah, ride the Braves, man. Don't overthink it. And there you go.
I think the only one I'm not huge into baseball futures, but I think the only thing I really was paying attention that much to was the Phillies over under, which was somewhat easy this year. I think it was 86 and they have 90 right now.
Nice.
Yeah. Antonio joining us again for another week. Pickett out of the game with a knee injury, touchdown for Houston.
That's not good.
That's not good for you. That's right.
Who's their backup?
That's a good question. I don't remember.
It's not is it Rudolph?
Is he still kicking around there?
I forget.
Yeah.
Carolina has on the 9, I think.
Yeah.
The 2-minute warning.
Uh-oh.
Also, Jake Elliott field goal, 24-17 Eagles now. Stafford coming back onto the field, 23-15 Rams, 11-40. There's a lot of time left in that game.
That has the look.
It sure does.
The Colts coming back.
It sure does. And guess who got him at plus 578? I got to fix this font here. Meanwhile, Saints marching down 17-6. Good thing I didn't buy into the Bucks. Minus 7.5.
Yeah.
Saints now down to that. Looks like the 25-yard line. I must be missing games here. We are the kind folks at Sport Trade were nice enough to get me Sunday ticket, and I'm not repaying them with good choices of selection.
Nice.
Trubisky is the backup, but
boy.
Yeah, and either way, it's not looking too good now.
Oh boy.
It's so funny. Sometimes you hear names and you just start chuckling.
Yeah,
poor Mitch. Okay, so we've got Denver, Chicago up now. 28-28, 5 minutes left. 3rd and 5 for Justin Fields. Looks like offensive line jumped, which they did.
Yeah, I'm looking at that one right now to see if I like anything.
Yeah.
I was thinking something on the Broncos side here, but
oh, there he is. The boost is loose, everybody. The boost checking in. Anthony, let us know what you're on. How the hell are you, partner? Good to see you. Big third down here for Sam Howell. Rolling around. He's going to run for it. Oh, they pick it up. Wow. Nice. I mean, from a guy who turned the ball over 5 times last week, he's looked pretty good today. Buffalo looking to score again. Josh Allen races in 48-20.
Jeez.
A boat race.
The Dolphins are going to be the first team to score over 50 and then probably give up 50 the next game.
50, right? Yeah.
Wow.
I'll tell you, if you thought about that had that look. It had the look of the Dolphins scoring 70 points one week and coming back against Buffalo. Like, it had the look of, them getting killed on that game. Buffalo taking care of them.
Well, I don't know if, people report splits, which I don't particularly care about. And, reporters will say, well, the sharps are on this side and the recreational actions on that side. We take it with a grain of salt. But so a lot of the reports I did see, it all depends on what book is reporting what to what reporter. But the consensus amongst those reports seemed to be the pros are on Buffalo heavy.
Interesting.
Yeah. A Saints field goal attempt. God. 7.5 would have been great. 17-6 again, as a reminder.
3rd and goal for Carolina.
Man, so Carolina is plus 2.5 at plus 4.
But they moved back. There must have been a penalty or a sack.
Okay, so that
they're like at the 18-yard line.
Man, I'm just thinking about like where I'm at with my position right now. Because a few things can happen. If they score and don't get a 2-point conversion.
Yeah.
But they would need to score first. But if they do score and get a 2-point conversion, that plus 2.5 is going from plus 418 to closer to probably a pick 'em. So
yeah,
but that's why the number's there where it's at.
absolutely.
Boost, Bills -3, Bears +3, Vikes -5, Ravens -1, Cincy. Yeah, I mean, I haven't laid my eyes on Cincy yet, but 27-3 is the score there.
At least you got Baltimore.
Yeah, big time. I'm taking a beating on that one. Man, I'm trying to get my multi-view in order here. It's just a real struggle.
Yeah, the multi-view, they need to work on that. You can't pick like the select games. It's kind of pre-chosen.
Yeah. And it's never games I want to actually watch.
Yeah.
Like I'm trying to pull up a combo here of Broncos, Bucks, what's the other one you met? Colts, and then what's the other one that's in the balance right now that we were just looking at?
The Panthers.
Yeah, Panthers, Vikes. Yeah. Can't seem to get these all lined up. In any event, man, Achane just running wild again. This kid's unbelievable. Yeah, Mitch Trubisky in the game. It's like throwing an incompletion. Imagine that.
I'll tell you, if you don't think Chicago's going to score a touchdown, maybe taking Denver plus 6.5.
I literally am right at it. I
love it. What's the price?
77.5 -351.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, again, this is a situation, Ben, where maybe typically you'd say that's too high, but Mark approaches all these things like an investor.
Yeah.
And look, I'll play stuff that high. Not as often, but yeah, if I feel like, hey, I'm getting a good value, I think it's EV and it's situational. Sure. I'm fine firing it up. I know some people are just complete, like they'll say, "Oh, I will never play anything over -200," and I think that's
everyone has their ways.
I think that's so interesting just about this betting space in general. There's a million different ways to cut it, and everyone is very passionate about whichever way that they have adopted. It's kind of like religion. That's kind of how I look at it.
Right.
And I get it, because especially if you're more active on social media and you're posting plays and things like that, like
right.
in a vacuum, losing, like if the Chiefs play doesn't hit, even though that's kind of like a different scenario, but like if you weren't even trying to sell that off at any point and it doesn't hit, it can look a lot worse, right, without that context. So I get why people don't do it, but also it doesn't it limits you if you're setting a threshold of like, I won't play anything higher than this.
Well, there's a line that Dan has. I don't know if Dan invented it, but nothing good happens after $90. I'm the one exception.
I can't take credit for that one. That's not one of mine. No.
Is that Anthony?
No, that's David.
Okay.
That's David.
Yeah, because I've won many, many times. I'll take a baseball game, in the 8th inning when they're up by 2.
Yeah.
Or 7th inning up by 3. And they're in the 90s, and I'll just bet the max or whatever. And I'll take my $150, $200 sometimes.
I know. I know we're not really tracking this one anymore, but another touchdown for called back. It was a Jalen Waddle touchdown. It's going to get called back.
How many yards, by the way?
Like 15 or so. Called back.
Need some yards from him for fantasy purposes.
Yeah. Mark, question for you. Do you dabble with live arbing, or is all your work done pre-flop?
Excellent question. And I am big into live arbing for the big reason that it's hard to get pre-game arbing, because unfortunately things I've been doing well in the past 5 years has caught up. OddsJam is great, but any good arb is gone within 30 seconds. So the only counter to that is doing live arbs and doing it manually. And I do a lot with Sporttrade and 365. I've done really well with that. And you have to pick your spots. I mean, to try to go during a live game when things are happening is impossible. You got to look for those timeouts, the end of quarters, ends of halves. And but I've done real well with it. Especially college football too, where there's so many games.
And and how quickly, well, I say that, and we have a few games that are in the 70s, but like how quickly teams can score. There's a lot of variance, and you can definitely see some things.
Take another spin around the dial here. 17-9. Buccaneers have the ball. 6:50 left. Looks like the Texans are going to go 2-2. They're up on the Steelers. Looks like 23-6. Miami's still trying to get in, although that game looks to be over. 21-3 Baltimore over Cleveland. 24-17 Eagles over Washington, but Washington now has the ball in the high red zone. So that's getting nice and snug. Colts have the ball. 23-15. 6:30 remaining. A 1st and 10 for them.
What's going on with this Eagles game?
I don't know what's going on with
Did
this
they
Eagles
just score?
game.
I think they're about to go for. Well, no.
Washington?
Take that back. Take that back.
Oh, I was gonna say. Don't scare me.
Well, they scored, so they're either kicking.
Oh, Brian Robinson. Oh yeah, like a 20-yard touchdown. Okay, there you go. So my feed's very far behind.
Okay, so we're tied up. I've been looking at this one.
Yeah.
You're gonna like this, Dan. I'm trying to get some Eagles action, but
I do like that. Heisenberg. Panthers didn't convert on 4th down. Vikings D held.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
Get a quick check on that game there.
Oh, that's right. You needed that, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, I still won, but it's
Yeah,
like I won 60 something instead of 110 or something like that, I still see that Broncos thing there.
So the Bears are, they're going to kick a field goal. You got to kick a field goal. I thought they were going to go for 4th and 1. Oh, are they really going to go?
Or are you just trying to get them off?
Yeah, I think I might be ahead of you. Yeah, I think they're going to kick it. I wouldn't have been shocked because I guess it's pre 2-minute warning. So
I'm trying to pull that on this. Yeah, here we go.
We got to jump on that 6.5 then, right?
4th and 1 at Denver 18. What's it at right now?
Am I crazy? It's still the same. I think it's the same price unless I'm not seeing it refreshed. I'm still showing 77.5, but that might not be. Can't be.
Hey, meanwhile, Colts are driving now into Rams territory.
Wow.
Mark, you want to get real crazy?
I love crazy. You kidding me?
Well, this is pretty crazy. And I didn't price this out or anything, but the Commanders Eagles under 50.5 is plus 6,000.
Wow.
But that would basically say it's going to end in a tie. But
yeah,
it's funny though. I mean, just seeing that. I was doing the math. I'm like, oh.
Let me tell you something. I never ever. My ears are always open for anything. That's how I look at it. That's how I look at everything.
I think that's a great approach.
Yeah,
because I've heard things where I probably never would have done, and then I'm like, you know what? That's not a bad look.
Gotta be open minded.
Always. Colts now down to the 22-yard line.
Oh, the Bears actually went for it and didn't make it.
I got to get this one up on my screen.
Okay, did I just see that right?
I think you're right. I have it pulled up. I was talking it out. I'm like, I guess I could see them going for it, but it's probably doubtful. Okay, so let's see where the Broncos are at now.
Wow. Yeah, it looks like the Broncos have the ball at the 35-yard line. Jerry Jeudy.
They just got a huge.
Oh, no, sorry. Whoever. Mims.
Oh, my gosh. Wow. Talk about a flip, Mark. Like 3 minutes of real time.
Well, let's hop into the markets there and see what we've got.
It's all over the place right now.
Heisenberg, Broncos country. Let's ride. Trying to get that first win. I mean, do the Bears have to fire Eberflus if they lose this game? I mean, he would have lost 14 straight games.
He's got to be within a game or two. I mean, how long is he going to last?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, that's incredible. 14 straight if they lose.
That's pretty
2-minute warning at Soldier Field, tied at 28. Let's see. I'm trying to run. I mean, Browns minus 2.5 is a loser. Commanders plus 9.5 looking good. Eagles money line still right there. We're tied at 24. That could be a nice little middle. Ravens minus 10.5. It's still 21-3. I mean, Baltimore has basically packed it in this half, basically saying let's just get out of here with a nice little divisional win. Colts money line plus 578. That game's looks like it's in commercial. Or knowing me, I don't have it up because I'm really struggling here on the dial. Let's see. Steelers plus 3.5 bet, not looking great. Vikings plus 2.5 though. I got to find that game.
I think it's almost done.
Yeah.
Colts got 4th and 4.
Ooh. Okay. I'm still just looking at this Eagles game and watching the prices.
Buccaneers with a chance to put this thing away. They're on the doorstep, 3rd and goal. Oh, Jalen Hurts, an unbelievable run. Just picked up 30 yards after evading a sack.
How many yards till end zone there?
A lot. They're still on their side of the field.
But you know what? You know what though? Like, I bet like this is kind of what they're thinking. That they're going to try to just milk the clock as much as possible.
That makes sense.
I don't know if they can end it with a field goal. Probably too many timeouts.
I mean, last week they ended the game on a 9-minute drive, so I wouldn't say that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
If any team is capable of kind of just bleeding this thing out, it's definitely.
Yeah, but they're already up at the 50-yard line, so there's no way.
Commanders -3.5 is +628.
Wow. Oh, Bucks just scored a touchdown. So the Bucks are going to go 3-1. Wow. All right. I'm not getting the options that I need here. Come on, YouTube TV. That's all right. Heisenberg says Viking game's over. You'll have to update me because I can't seem to find it up here.
Murray, I'll write a letter.
Hold on, let me put that up here, and then I'll show that comment. There you go. Who in Colorado need to write a full exchange be allowed? Hey, your lips to God's ears, man. We wish.
Some of the rules they have in Colorado, don't get me wrong. I think it's one of the better states, but then they just have some really one-off stuff that's confusing for bettors.
Okay, 3rd and goal at the 2-minute warning now for the Colts. Again, it's an 8-point game. Still a lot of time left in Buffalo because there's been so much scoring. Minnesota, 21-13 final for Minnesota.
There we go. I needed that.
There you go, Ben. There you go, Ben.
Need a over 34.5, but that's okay.
Let's see. We'll head down and show you the final score there. 21-13. So Minnesota gets its first win. The Panthers are 0-4. The Jags won earlier today. But all that matters is Ben Carey's in the win column.
Yeah, I needed that because the first one was not looking good.
Yeah. Let's see. Elsewhere, 23-6. Texans are going to be 2-2. Shout out to D'Amico Ryans. Buccaneers 23-9. They're going to be 3-1 after today. This Colts-Rams thing is really up in the air. 2-minute warning. Bengals-Titans. I mean, I haven't watched 2 seconds of that game, but the Titans appear to be dominating. Oh, Hurts going up top, and it's almost intercepted. That was dumb. Woo. 3rd and 13. That was not bright.
Looks like Denver's got a chance at a 50-yard field goal.
Oh gosh.
No, Mark Andrews a touchdown. So 27-3. Ravens -10.5. That looks like that's going to win.
Man, the Ravens. Every time you feel like on paper, it's like, oh, they have all these injuries. That it seems year after year they just come through in those spots.
I know. Broncos Bears again tied at 28, 155 left. Got to get that one up.
Oh, yeah, here comes the field goal.
And it's up and it's good.
Ooh, okay.
Denver 31-28.
You take him at -2.5, 76.
Oh, that's okay. That's not bad.
Yeah.
It doesn't pay much. You can't bet much.
Ooh.
Not a lot of liquidity there?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, usually at the end of this game.
For the standard folk or for you?
Well, for me.
Like not a lot of liquidity.
No, it's $114. So.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. All right. This is the longest 2-minute warning ever for the Rams and for the Colts. We've got a 3rd and goal here, and they haven't played football in like 6 or 7 minutes. All right, so Baltimore, Cleveland is basically over. It's 28-3. So we'll chalk up Ravens -10.5 as a win. What else? Dolphins +3 is going to be a loser for me. Again, this Commanders Eagles thing is still up in the air, and we've got the Colts money line, which this game could be tied here pretty soon. Ben, under and Steelers +3.5. Not those are probably dead, and Vikings +2.5 is already a winner for you. And Mark's over here just printing cash. Printing cash.
It's fun. It's fun. So I don't worry about positive EVs or anything else. I just stick to ARBs and I'm good.
Antonio must be way ahead of us because he's saying that the Colts have scored and are going for 2.
Wow.
Richard Ogletree, 5 yards.
We say he's at the game. Antonio's at the game.
Is he? Are you courtsiding right now, Antonio?
Yeah.
How much are you paying for that feed?
Well, yeah, let me get that latency feed. It's better than the Toy Story feed today, man. That was it was good, but it was way behind.
I watched about 3 plays and I was like, I got it. I'm good. Is this a Nico Collins touchdown? It is. Wow. Houston 30-6.
Jeez, is this a statement win for the Texans? I mean, to be honest, they've looked pretty good, which
they're
is
just
crazy.
smashing them. Absolutely smashing them. Boo says he has Hulu Live and he's way ahead of us. So maybe you're right.
I see the 2-point try on the red zone and the false start.
Oh, hold on.
Oh, false start?
I think. I don't know.
First down for the Bears. They're driving.
Okay. Again, that game, 31-28, 118 remaining. None of us have any action on it, but a good finish nonetheless. Man, Texans just dominating. A Pittsburgh team, I think most people think is like okay, like a pretty good team.
I want to see that Denver game go to overtime, and then maybe we could track to see how the odds move really fast.
Yeah. Let's see. Commanders taking over, 6:28 left, 24-24.
Looks like the Colts got it.
It does look like that on the bottom of our screen. 23-23, 2-point conversion. Good. There we go. We got a bunch of guys telling us 2-point conversion.
Wow.
Michael Pittman.
Good call on that one.
So let's see. I got it at plus 578.
Nice.
I think I'm probably locked into that market right now. Nope. I can flip it right now for a nice profit. It's selling at 40.
I would do it.
So I got it at 14.
Yeah, especially if you're going into OT. Like if it goes into OT, it's like at least how I feel, Mark. I don't know about you with like OT and extras.
Absolutely.
It's such a fucking coin flip at that. It literally is a coin flip in the NFL. So it's
I mean, is it time to get greedy?
Nope.
You flip here?
You got your lucky thing. You take.
yeah.
I mean, I can't tell you how many times I get a miracle, and then I'm like, "Oh, I got this. Let me try another one. I'm hot. And then
right. Yeah, it's like you
take your miracle and you go and you run with it.
You take try to hit it again.
But here's the thing: you don't know unless you try.
Here we go. Here we go.
Well, we will know.
I know. I've known for years.
Yeah.
Okay, now I finally got the games I want up. All right, we got the Colts, we got the Bears, and the Broncos. All right, here we go. Everything else seems to be we got 3 games basically in the balance right now. Eagles, Washington, Colts, Broncos, Broncos, Bears, and then Colts, Rams.
I'm glad we have some close ones now, because for a second it was looking like we weren't going to have any,
Yeah.
close games just from a fan perspective.
Whoa, what was that long run?
Is that Sam Howell?
Commanders.
Yeah, Sam Howell, a nice long run there. I agree, Heisenberg. You can't stop on a heater, as Jeffrey Tambor once said. Jeffrey Tambor once said that.
Yep. We've all been at those craps tables, or at least heard stories. Yeah.
Let's see. Looks like the Rams, a quick little pass and out of bounds. 23-9 for Tampa Bay. That game is over. 30-yard line for the Commanders. For a 39-yard line, their own 39-yard line for the Bears. A lot of stuff happening. Things are coming in fast and furious. That's how we like it.
I was looking at a few to add to the screen, but I just didn't get there. Just numbers moved.
In terms of sweats, I think I'm the only one with a couple here. I got Colts, Eagles, and Commanders. Yeah.
Well, my Kansas City is still sweating up a storm. So
yeah,
you've been thinking about that.
Don't always forget that.
Over under, how many times are we going to see Taylor Swift tonight?
Or at least her name mentioned? Oh, man.
No, physically see her.
She's not going to be there, I don't think.
No, she's going to be there, I think.
There.
She's going to be there?
Yeah.
Game in New York.
Wow.
I don't know, probably.
Sam Howell is sacked by Hassan Reddick. Let's go. 3rd down. His first sack of the year for Hassan Reddick. Abu says 9.5.
That could be a pretty good line.
I think that's a decent line right there.
It's a little high. Well, I'm hoping it's that high. That means that Kansas City is scoring and I win my bet. So
see, there's the strategy right there.
I would love that.
True. Yeah, that's true. Or maybe it's just a boring defensive game and they need to fill the time.
Yeah.
Let's just that
hey, that could also be You know, if the Chiefs are up like 28-0,
Yeah,
that'd be fine for me.
Yep.
Yeah.
My goal in these things is always for my team to just come down and score a touchdown first, because that'll do it. If it's close enough, and if they're a big favorite and they score a touchdown early, that'll go up $5.
Broncos pick. See ya, Eberflus.
Wow.
Woo!
Win.
First win of the Sean Payton era.
Wow.
Oh my gosh. Justin Fields was looking great earlier today.
First half, man. I mean, wow.
I mean, this is just yeesh.
Someone out there. Someone probably got a really good money line on the Broncos out there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
True. So that game looks like it's over. Broncos going to go to what 1-3?
Yeah, 1-3.
1-3.
Wow.
Booth review between LA and Indianapolis, 23-23. A play on the sideline going under review. Sam Howell just threw a ball away. So 4th down for the Commanders. They're going to punt it back to the Eagles with 3 minutes left.
Does anyone want to win that game?
Well, it was a Son Reddick sack and then offsides for Broncos for a Washington offensive lineman. Tampa going for the cover, kicking a field goal here, up 23-9.
Nice.
I'd say, Ben, that'd be funny if that game, the Washington game, did stay 24-24 and under 50.
I was just thinking about it. It was what did I say? I think 600. Yeah.
Something like.
Oh, good return.
I mean, the odds are it's so hard. But.
Good return here from Britton Covey. Eagles going to start at their own 45-yard line.
Oh
yeah. Well, get in your Eagles bets now.
I hate the Eagles.
This is the walkback of all walkbacks. Heisenberg, Vance Joseph, the greatest defensive coordinator.
Yep. I told you guys, right?
Yeah. Always trust in Vance Joseph. Rams on the move here. Little pass to a little clear out for somebody. I can't see who it is. Tyler Higbee. They may have no timeouts because they are rushing to the line here. No, they have one timeout. 1:32 left. Just got to get in field goal range. Dolphins +3, looking like a loser, down 28. Doesn't look great.
I have a feature on the
Baltimore.
Dolphins.
For what?
I think I got him at 25, or maybe it was 30-1. 25-1, I think was the number, just per preseason for win the Super Bowl.
Okay.
It was looking really good. I mean, it's one game, but
yeah, it's not the end of the world.
Yeah.
And guess what? They'll play each other again.
Exactly.
Some inaction here. Okay. So we
something.
take a look around. Any action on the 4:15 games, guys?
I was looking at the Niners, but I mean, Mark, would that be another one like very similarly to kind of the Chiefs?
Yeah, that'd be a really good one. Although you could have said that about Dallas last week.
You could have.
Yeah. Don't think I didn't. That wasn't good because I had Kansas City last week also.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a nice, easy win. But this has the look. Again, Arizona having the big win, coming back again.
Oh man, Derek Carr intercepted, looking for Olave, who has one catch for 4 yards.
Oh my goodness, one catch.
Yeah.
What's San Francisco at?
Let's see. I just had it up.
Like what, 86, 87?
89.5, minus 870. Good question from Murray. At what point do you start fading the CMC anytime touchdown? Minus 230. That's crazy.
It's tough because Mitchell's out, so that makes it difficult.
Not for me. I'm just actually Jameson now. They took Derek Carr out. I wonder if it's due to injury or the fact that he sucks. Not entirely certain. 4th and 5. And the Rams are punting the football
oh my goodness.
to the Indianapolis Colts, who are going to get a good return here. Whoever number 6 is to the 36-yard line. Okay, 132, Anthony Richardson. Now's your time. Now's your time.
That is crazy.
Jameis, an interception. Man, the Saints offense is just absolute dog shit. No Rashad Evans. No Rashad White in the second half, it looks like. A lot of Vaughn.
I got pretty lucky then because I had a prop on his under.
There you go.
But
I didn't get lucky. No one cares, but I didn't get lucky because he's on my fantasy team.
Yeah. I wonder what did they say there was injury or anything, or did it just?
Nah, not that I've seen. But I honestly didn't look.
So the Rams plus 163 on the money line, Colts minus 250. It's fluctuating though.
See, I got lucky on the Pittsburgh-Cleveland game this week. Yeah. During the game, I did my thing with Cleveland because Chubb was killing, and I hit it about 2 plays before Chubb got hurt.
Wow. Sorry to interrupt. 3rd and 9. 15-yard catch by Zacchaeus for the Birds. So first down, Eagles.
Oh, that I see it.
Fitting it into a tight zone.
I didn't think he got that through at first, but
yeah, tight zone. Let's see. Anthony Richardson from the 35-yard line. He's got 2 timeouts, it looks like. 1:28 remaining. Not too much sweating going on. These are the only 2 games, really. 2 minutes left in that game, and then 1:28 remaining in the Colts game. Other than that, a lot of these games have been decided. Unless you're looking at totals, which I honestly have not done a very good job of doing.
I'd say I'm looking at San Francisco. It's so tempting.
And
is that really tempting? Just
the money line.
Just put a ton on it. Let them do well a little bit. Let them go up $3 and make a couple hundred.
So right now, Mark, over $11,000 of liquidity available at 89.5.
If I didn't have this little bet for Kansas City, I'd be all over this.
So, Mark, if let's say hypothetically, I don't want to use the Chiefs game because that's going to be bad juju. We'll talk about a hypothetical game.
Sure.
If it was like this 49ers game and you're in that position and then you get an early score out of the Cardinals, are you just letting that ride, or are you looking to?
Oh yeah. I'm like, well, for a while. Yeah. For a while. If it gets the Rams game, perfect example. I bet it in like the second quarter. The Rams looked like they were kind of driving, and then of course we saw how crappy they played or whatever. Mm-hmm. And I think it was mid to late third quarter. They were down 1 possession, but I just saw the way the game was going. And I could save like $670. Mm-hmm. Doesn't seem like a lot on $3,200 bet, but I said, you know what? I'm going to cut my losses. Mm-hmm. And that's a tough thing. It's a tough thing to do. You never know the right time to do it.
It adds up, though. You do it there, you do it here, and you're on the right side.
I did it. And once I do it, I put my loss in, and then I go back to business. Mm-hmm. I don't try to get it back all in one.
So the Colts just went 3 and out and only burned about 12 seconds off the clock. 3 straight incompletions. Now the Rams are going to have a chance from about the 29-yard line to get in a field goal range with a minute left. Unbelievable. Meanwhile, I'm actually really curious. Oh, he had 78.5. Never mind. That's not going to hit. I was looking at your total there. 48-20 is the score between Buffalo and Miami. 26-9, and the Buccaneers are shaking hands and kissing babies. So that's a foregone conclusion. And then again, 23-23. Rams with the ball, 1:09 left on their 30-yard line. And then the Eagles at the 2-minute warning, setting up Jake Elliott here for a game-winning field goal.
Of course. He'll hit it from 60, no problem.
Which would be amazing because not only would the money line hit, but the Commanders plus 9.5 would also hit. I couldn't believe it got up to 9.5. Commanders have played Nick Sirianni Eagles teams so well. And, whatever. Division game, no one cares. Wow. So the Rams run the ball into the line. They get 5 yards, and they're not using a timeout here. They just drained about 20 seconds off the clock. Puka Nacua gets a first down. But again, we're tick, tick, tick here. Not to sound like Chris Berman, but you're going 7 yards a clip. I don't know what they're doing. What's the total here? We're only at 46.
Some of them, at least here in Colorado, it says halted. Is that something you see if it's tied up about like potentially going OT?
If the game is, it goes into what we call volatile, which is basically just a customer protection. Yeah, customer protection in the event of like massive price swings.
Yeah.
So like if you were putting in a trade or a bet and something were to happen as that was going on, you could either win a lot of money or you could lose a lot of money. So
gotcha.
And as an added thing to that, sometimes you'll see that happen and you'll still see a price there. That's probably someone to put an order in. So you see a crazy price. You're like, how could that be? It's just an order that somebody put in.
Yeah. When you see it, when it flashes like volatile.
Or it might show like 99.5 or something like that. And it's a close game. It's because someone had an order in or something like that.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So that's what you're seeing. You'll be seeing something that's like just wild. And it's a limit order. Is what that is. So 15 seconds left. So Matt Stafford runs the ball into the middle of the field. They take a timeout. They're on their 48-yard line. There's 15 seconds left. So this game's definitely going into overtime. Let's check back in on the Colts money line real quick. And I don't know if that market's going to be available, but let's see.
Did they just hit a field goal in the Eagles game?
I don't think so.
No.
Second and 4. Or let me move my
Commanders all the way up to plus 700.
The Eagles have the ball at like the 30-yard line with 1:49 left.
So it might just be
that they're getting so close. Winner. It's like an easy winner.
Yeah.
Oh, they just scored a touchdown. It looks. It came back. This is on Sport Trade, so don't get mad at me, Dad. It went from 30, and then it just went back down to 24, like in a second. So maybe that's.
Well, that's the thing we always find. Yeah, AJ Brown touchdown looks like.
Okay, so it was.
I have one up. I guess it was callback. I've got the game up on 2 separate red zone screens here, and one is like a whole minute in front of the other.
Yeah. I think YouTube TV today is having some
latency
delays.
Issues for sure.
Yeah, because I've been using it and it's way behind today.
So what's the call here? The call is unsportsmanlike, I think.
So it's a touchdown.
So it's still a touchdown.
Okay.
Yeah. So AJ Brown touchdown. So Eagles are going to go up 31-24, PAT pending, 1:43 left for Sam Howell. Meanwhile, and the Rams are punting. What a completely botched undercommitment for both teams. The Colts throw 3 incompletions and punt.
They're scared to lose.
The Rams like running up the middle of the fucking field. What are you doing? Now they're going to punt. Now we have to go to overtime. Unbelievable.
Good. I want to see overtime.
Oh my God. Yeah, no false start. Heisenberg, you're really confusing me with all of these numbers. I get it. I get 420. It's very funny. But thank you for finding us on Twitch. All right, so Eagles up 31-24. I'm really enjoying this potential middle. This game is over. Bills 48, Dolphins 20. Rams Colts looking like overtime. And indeed, we are going. So for the 3rd consecutive week, I want to say, we have overtime on the witching hour.
Oh, wow. Look at the Chargers run.
Chargers.
Wow.
They just score?
60-yard run. No, it was like a 60-yard run or something.
Was it Kelly?
Davis.
Oh, they got Deuce in there. TCU.
There you go.
Yeah. Dan, it's almost plus 1,000 Commanders ML right now.
Oh, a little sprinkle? I can't do it.
I can't do it either, but
I can't do it.
It's not the it's not the worst.
It's not the worst, no. But
it's still Sam Howell.
I just can't do it.
Yeah, I can't do it. And you're an Eagles fan, so that makes sense.
Boost. Heisenberg's handle looks like a Russian phone number. I agree. Murray, let us know if you ended up betting that minus 230 CMC touchdown. I'm curious. All right, 31-24, 143 left, Eagles and Commanders. I'm assuming that's going to be locked up. We've got overtime, 23-23 between the Rams and the Colts. And those are the last 2 games in the early slate, with the exception of Buffalo, Miami, which has basically been like 2 teams just cannot wait to leave for the last hour.
Okay, so let's see. I'm going to watch these numbers here.
Yeah.
See, Ben, I'm just seeing what right now the Colts are showing 52.
I've got the same
thing.
And
the Rams are selling at 48. That's an example of somebody who had a limit order in.
Yep. Meanwhile, Ravens minus 10.5, a winner. Commanders, Browns minus 2.5, a loser. Dolphins plus 3. Hey, there's still time. They're down 28 with a minute left. Still time. Don't rule it out.
Right.
Meanwhile, Sam Howell starts his drive with about a 10-yard completion to Johan Dotson.
Ooh.
So, but they got to get 6. They got to get 6 here. Got to get 6. Clock is ticking. Looks like Washington has 1 timeout left. Murray staying off of it this week, but no touchdown is at plus 205. That's pretty tempting. That's tasty. Cardinals defense has been spry. Howell sacked.
Ooh,
that defensive front coming through for the Birds. Nicholas Morrow, second time today, he got him. Yeah, well-timed blitz there from Sean.
If this OT plays out like anything we saw in the last 5 minutes of the Rams Colts, we might have a tie here.
I'm not sure we offer that, but I would love to know what a tie.
And Stafford's still limping out there.
I know.
So I'm just like,
I'll tell you, who I like today. I just saw it. I think I like Dallas. After what happened last week.
Yeah. That's kind of my thought process with fading the Cardinals, right?
Dallas, by the way, minus 238, $70 per share. Kansas City now 78.5 minus.
I don't know why the Chiefs
73.
I don't know why it keeps going down. I really don't.
For Kansas City?
Yeah.
Well, maybe we're seeing some action on the Jets, some sharp action on the Jets. A lot of Zach Wilson believers. Maybe they know something we don't. Maybe maybe it's going to be like a WWF meme, and Joe Flacco is going to come out. Joe Flacco's music will start blaring.
Oh, man.
And he'll run out of the tunnel with an American flag,
right.
And then he'll immediately tear his Achilles.
Yeah, what are the odds on Joe Flacco making an appearance? That's the real question. Okay, so do we have a coin flip yet?
We did. It is Rams football.
Okay.
And the markets are live. So right now, Colts are plus 122. Rams are minus 147 on the money line.
This is interesting.
Yeah, I'm really looking
Jump on the Colts here, and if they stop them, and they punt, it's going to chip.
Oh yeah.
So would you look at money line then?
Yes. I look almost exclusively at money line.
Well, I was just curious because in this scenario, you just have a limited number of possessions. But
that's true.
Yeah. But I think money line is still safest. You just know.
Fourth down for the Commanders, and Howell is flushed out, and he's going to complete it very easily. Big play.
Ooh.
Big play down to the 27-yard line to Brown, who I think is Noah Brown, I think. Flag on the play. Meanwhile, the Rams, Puka Nacua, all the way up to the 45-yard line.
Yeah, it looked like they had to do something because the Colts
just jumped.
Odds went up. Yeah.
Colts won an OT last week, Murray. That's right. We were here for that one. I jumped on them live last week, 2-1. Not that anybody cares. Waiting on the flag here. I've got this game up on 4 screens. I'm looking at the fastest feed I have.
I'm behind too. It's not just you.
Okay. Seen a lot of replays, but no flag. Meanwhile, from the 45-yard line, looks like is that Kyron Williams or whoever Rivers is, who's been getting a lot of touches. Nope, no flag. So first down, Howell's going to throw it away. All right.
Yeah, we might get another.
Let's see the Commanders live line here. Let's take a look once it comes back.
What did I say it was at? I said
defensive holding. Thanks, Boost.
1,000, I think. Plus
1,000.
You said it was plus 1,000. Yeah. But the thing is, yes, traditionally on Sport Trade you could have traded out, but it's
that's
tough.
It's so risky.
At this point, it's really tough to get in and out of the markets.
Yeah, because especially he doesn't convert this fourth down.
Right.
That's game.
Yeah, that's a light sprinkle if anything.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, 2nd and 8 for the Rams. They're gonna get this playoff? No, they're not.
God,
this has been an absolute debacle.
These teams are
absolute debacle. Meanwhile, Terry McLaurin down to the 20. We've got some sweats going. 18, 17, 16, 15 seconds left. Commanders are out of timeouts. 12, 10 seconds left. This is like the anti-Kirk Cousins. Howell going short of the end zone down to the 10-yard line. So 5 seconds left. It's first down.
God.
5 seconds left for the Commanders at the 10-yard line. They have to score and kick an extra point to send it to overtime.
Probably one play.
Yeah, 5 seconds. I would think so.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. This is big. I mean, a stop here gets our middle, and then we just take the whole day.
Hey, Dan, do the play-by-play.
All right, sure. I'll do my Harry Callis. 31-24, 5 seconds left from the 10-yard line. This is the game. Fletcher Cox Jalen Carter, inside rushers for the Eagles. Ron Rivera looks sick to his stomach. They just showed him on the sidelines. We're going to get a timeout here from the Eagles, potentially. Looks like that's the case. So, second timeout from the Eagles, of course. We'll get a look. Eric Bieniemy going to try to
the Rams must have done something.
Matt Stafford flushed out, looking. Little dump off to Kyren Williams for a first down. Down to the Colts 45-yard line. Man,
a field goal doesn't win it.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Excuse me, the 40-yard line. A little longer of a play there for Kyren Williams.
252 plus 252 on the Colts.
Okay. I mean, can Puka Nacua get into the end zone for the first time in his short career here?
They've been trying.
Kyren Williams, another 6 yards for Kyren Williams. Little dump down session here. Yeah, Stafford's hurt.
Yeah, he is. I wonder. Okay, if we get a field goal here from the Rams, I'm curious what the money line price is going to be for the Colts.
I'm pulling it back up here. Right now, Rams are at 82.
Does it go up
minus.
They must have got further down.
It would have to go up, right? If the Rams were to kick a field goal, it's sitting. It has to go up because.
Okay, here's the snap. Sam Howell, last play of the game. Eagles are bringing pressure, and he's short. And the Eagles are going to win, and I'm going to win both bets.
Yay.
Let's go.
Congrats.
Money line. Commanders plus 9.5. That's how you draw it up. All right. Meanwhile, in Indianapolis, a nice little run there for the Rams. Rams are controlling on this drive. Injured Colt on the field, but looks like here I'll switch over to that game.
Oh wait, are they given a second left?
You're right. There is 1 second left. Second and goal. There's 2 seconds left. Howell back to throw. He's looking for the end zone, and he's got it. Oh my God!
Wow!
Wow! Oh my God!
You've been added that last 2 minutes.
Dan, that might be a clippable little clip there. I was looking at.
Does Washington go for 2 on the road for the win?
I would.
What does
Johan Dotson for 6.
Does Ron do that?
Riverboat? I mean, Riverboat's got to do it.
Yeah, right? Exactly, right? It's in his name.
It's going to do it. Unbelievable. No, they're going to kick the extra point. So we're going to have 2 overtimes. Unless this is a fake. No? Okay. Wow. Okay. So 2 overtime games. How do you allow Sam Howell to do that to you? It's just this fucking disgusting. Never mind. I'm disgusted. That's okay. We'll see what happens. So another overtime. Meanwhile, the Rams, there was an injured Colt on the field. So we're still in commercial break there, but 2 overtime games.
It is very tough to take the Colts. I mean, you love it, but you know you're going to be down and you're going to have to score.
I know that's tough.
It's a tough one. It's a tough one.
Especially the last few possessions literally didn't do much. So if it jumped up high enough, I would maybe sprinkle, but we're probably not going to get there. I
think we're just sit in sweat mode, honestly.
I mean, I think it'll be over 5 or 6 after the field goal, I would think.
Yeah.
Oh boy. All right. Well, we're back. 6:52 and the clock is running. Ball at the Indianapolis 28-yard line. It's 1st and 10 for the Rams, who can win with a touchdown. I mean, they've been moving the ball. They just check down. Kyren Williams has 3 catches on this drive, I think. He's going to get a carry here. No, this is Rivers, I think.
Got Rivers in there.
Yeah. Took a couple possessions earlier.
Yeah, they're playing very slow.
They are.
McVay is just milking as many seconds out.
Yep. Meanwhile, let's see who will win the toss. Looks like the Commanders have won the toss. So offense can be right back on the field. All right. Well, we're in a position now where I'm either going to win 1 bet or 2 bets, which is not the worst place to be in.
So Commanders won the toss.
Yes.
Do you see a price for their money line?
Let's see.
As soon as you see one, let me know.
The odds went down on the Colts.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
nearly an interception there. Yeah. Nice defensive play there. I'm sorry, Ben. You asked for the Commanders?
Yeah, I think it's I don't see it up right now.
Yeah, I don't see it up either.
I'm just curious, right? Like you have the underdog getting the ball first on the road.
Right. Oh boy. Okay. Hey, it's only week 4.
Okay, I see it. It's minus 144 for the Commanders.
Okay.
So man, Eagles get they get a 3 and out.
Could be the time. Could be the time to buy
Yeah.
it. Okay. Oh, Puka Nacua for 6.
There you go. There's
Puka Nacua is into the end zone for the first time in his career, and the Rams
up. Yep, that's
have
game.
won the game.
Wow.
Hobbled Stafford and all.
Hobbled Stafford. The game is over. Puka Nacua's touchdown makes it 29-23. My Colts live bet at plus 578 has lost. No one cares, but I desperately needed that in fantasy.
I'm glad it was Puka out of all people.
Desperately needed it.
Yeah.
Yeah. In any event, wow. Puka, 9 catches, 163 yards and a touchdown today. Crazy.
Where was that the other day?
Yeah, right. Wow. Well, okay. So the Rams get a road win, and I think they're now 2-2. They sure are. A week after, or 6 days after Lou Amarillo, or whatever his name is, made them look horrible.
Oh, and my apologies, guys. I have those numbers flipped. So Commanders to win they're plus 122.
Okay. And Birds are minus 154.
Yeah, but that's still interesting. They have the ball and they're still, dogs, but I get it because got to score a touchdown to end the game.
Wow. Well, a valiant effort from the Colts there. I don't remember what the line was, but I think it was Rams were minus 3.5, maybe.
Yeah, I think it was around that.
Yeah. So they win and cover.
Overtime.
Yeah. How about it?
Guess
Ben, are you looking in Colorado?
Yeah, I'm in Colorado.
Okay, because I don't see it. I don't see the odds on the Commanders Eagles game in New Jersey.
I see it back up. It's at plus 122 for Commanders money line, which is just really interesting because they have the ball. But I guess now it's 2nd and 10, so it just went down.
Okay, so the Commanders with the ball now. 31-31, 10 minutes on the clock for OT. And let's get the sweat going. I think this is the only early game left on the board. So regardless, I'll get one of these. Lose Dolphins plus 3, lose Browns minus 2.5, lost the Colts money line, got Ravens minus 10.5. So an Eagles win here gets me a 3-3. See what happens. Chargers up 7-0.
I can't believe that minus 602 already. The Chargers.
Wow. But the Raiders, the Raiders are playing Aiden O'Connell, right? Like their 3rd string quarterback.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks for watching on YouTube and Twitch too. Much appreciated. 2nd and 10. Nice little stop there from Reed Blankenship, who now looks injured. Good things. 3rd and 5 coming up for Washington. I wish they'd just go back to the football team, honestly.
I kind of like the football team name.
Yeah, I'm for it now. Like, just stick with it. Okay. 3rd and 5.
Dan, are you seeing odds on the Eagles game?
I'm not. I'm looking right now.
Okay.
Not currently. There have been times where we haven't priced during overtime, but sometimes we do. Let's see. 3rd and 5. Howell throwing it deep. Oh, I don't know. Is that going to be inbounds? Out of bounds. Terry McLaurin out of bounds. So 4th and 5. Ooh. Bird's going to get the ball back, it looks like. Let's see. They're going to show us a replay of his feet. Blankenship in coverage. They went right back at Blankenship. He's got 1. He's got... Oh, steps on Blankenship's forearm.
Well, that
looks like his toe is out.
I think that's an out of bounds.
Yeah, I think that's out of bounds. So Bird's going to stop.
Got a nice attempt. Or nice throwing, but...
So I'm assuming Joe Davis is on the call today. I'm assuming Joe Davis will be calling the Phillies wild card series.
Oh yeah, dude, Joe Davis, one of the best, man.
He's one of the I like him, but he recycles so many calls. It's like a big joke among our friend group. Like when Harper hit that home run to send the Phillies to the World Series last year, he was, Harper, the swing of his life. And then that Sunday was the Justin Jefferson one-handed catch against the Bills. And he was like, Justin Jefferson, the catch of his life. And I was like, come on. He just ruined like a great call.
That is funny.
Yeah. He's also a big punch counter punch guy. Loves a good punch counter punch.
Yes, absolutely. Like he called a few CU Buffs games a few years back.
Oh, okay.
Some pretty notable calls.
So we're going to a booth review here. This is the only game left in town. Looking at a Terry McLaurin long reception. That would be obviously for a first down. Otherwise, it'd be 4th and 5. Looks like
what are they? I don't think he got it in.
I don't think he did either.
And they
Washington's
incomplete, so
the Commanders' offense is on the sideline, not on the field. Local radio host here who played for the Eagles, Hugh Douglas, kept calling the Commodores during the pregame show. Nothing like a former player doesn't watch anything. Opining about how he thinks the game's going to go. Couldn't name any of the players, including one of the teams. Didn't go to Vandy, tell you that much.
I mean, it's almost better to call them that than the Redskins these days.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, that would at least be not excusable, but you could at least say, like, hey, they were the Redskins for 45
that
years.
First year, it happened a lot.
Yeah. Man, this is a long review.
Oh, by the way, San Francisco, they're at 91. They were at 89, I think, to start with.
Well, stop betting them up. I can't get my bets in.
They driving? Or does it just did it?
Oh, I don't even know. I just happened to look at this the price
it
and
kicked off 1 second ago.
Okay.
Yeah. Tons of liquidity on that 49ers pregame too, over 11 grand.
Yeah.
Let's see. Patriots and Cowboys have kicked off. Cardinals and Niners have kicked off. Raiders and Chargers up 7-0. Those are the 3 afternoon games. Nick Sirianni is laughing on the sidelines, and he ripped off his headset.
Did they call it?
Call stands incomplete. So 4th and 5. I'd imagine. Yeah, I don't know why we don't just call them the commies. I agree. Especially now that Josh Harris is, despite owning the Philadelphia 76ers, it now owns them. I mean, he basically owns, like, if you were to play Monopoly with sports franchises, he owns like the Eastern Seaboard. He owns the Devils, he owns the Sixers, and he owns the Commanders.
He's crazy. He's like the Kroenke of the West Coast.
Right, basically. Yeah. Well, he owns what? He owns the Nuggets, the Avs, and the Rams, right?
Yeah, the Rams. And then he has a stake in Arsenal, but I know that's
right.
But yeah,
imagine having that much money. You're like, I bought a sports team, and someone goes, another one?
Yeah, and then the Rapids too. It's just like, oh yeah.
Does he own them
too?
The
Mammoth, the lacrosse team, but they won the championship like last year, which was funny. It's just like, of course they did, right? It's a Kroenke team.
They just got a ton of
bad
of
punt,
rings.
by the way.
Oh yeah, very bad punt. So the Eagles are gonna have a chance. Eagles come in with a field goal here. They're starting at their 41-yard line.
Yeah,
love to see it. Jalen Hurts, 5 game-winning drives so far in his young career. What's the stat that Justin Herbert has 1? There you go. AJ Brown automatic for 7. Well, I'm nervous for my bets and for my health. Like, just trying to get this 4-0 here.
So you need a field goal would be
field goals plenty. Commanders 9.5 is covered. We're good there.
And then is it ML? Sorry, I don't have it up right now.
Yep.
Perfect.
Yeah. Mark, you mentioned earlier you hate the Eagles. Why do you hate fun?
Because I'm a Giants fan. I have to hate the Eagles.
Why? You haven't been relevant in years.
Thank you.
Bad throw there. Were you watching our live stream of the Eagles and Giants playoff game?
Last year? I saw some of that. Yeah.
Boost was there. Boost in the comments was there. He was in his full Giants regalia, and about 14 seconds into the game, he wanted to go home.
Yeah, I remember that. That's when I texted Alex and told him I was the one who took the Eagles. It was like the game was over and there was still like money left, and I bet like $1,000 to win like $13 because it was like guaranteed money.
Now, Boost, correct me if I'm wrong, but you had a relative who I think had a couple drinks, and he was basically asking you trivia questions via the comments. That was one of the most fun live streams I've been a part of in some time. So the Eagles are short. So the Eagles are 4th down in tush push territory. We are in tush push territory.
Come on. What, 2 yards? At least 2? Within 2?
So the Eagles at the 50-yard line. So you're at Jake Elliott's range, but this is what the Eagles do. Here it comes. The tush push. Oh, easily picks up the first down.
Can't stop it.
Of course.
This course is so stupid too, by the way.
Yeah. I'm like, stop it then.
Yeah, whatever. It's not even worth it. I'm sure the Giants fan to my left doesn't, hates it. I think it's the dumbest play ever. But okay, so first down Eagles from the 48-yard line. Yeah, they just need a field goal to win, and then we'll say goodbye depending on what happens on this game. 6:40 left in the football game. Knew this one was going to be close. I mean, I can't believe they gave up a game-tying drive there at the very last play of the game. But
I was shocked.
Seems to happen here on the Witching Hour. Boost, it is dumb. So is Eli Manning.
Hey.
Sorry, Mark.
Eli Manning, the guy who beat New England twice in Super Bowls and 2 MVPs in Super Bowls. That's the guy you talk about?
Yes, that's
okay. Just making sure the one you're talking about.
It's like I have one of my high school friends is a Cowboys fan, and I'm like, do you still use the Hewitt Packard that you had to have been using in 1993 when they were?
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah.
I was gonna say Windows 95, but I mean
that's old.
It's even.
Yeah. I think this market is dead for the most part. Yeah, I'm not seeing any pricing in there. Trading was halted on the over, so we're just in sweat position right now. No more live betting. Eagles the ball on the 49-yard line, 2nd and 11. Hurts lost a yard. So I'd love to see more DeAndre Swift.
Oh yeah,
11. There you go.
Man, he's been playing good, man.
He's been unbelievable. Yeah, I mean, you just see how much better of a back he is than what they've had in recent years.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, him on a linebacker. That's not even fair.
Dallas can punch it in from 1st and goal, and now it's 4th and goal.
Ooh.
So it looks like he's going to get a first down.
Chargers up 7-0.
Yes.
Oh, but Raiders are driving, it looks like.
Swift, another carry, picks up another 6. Man, he's unbelievable. How about Puka Nakua's day? I think I mentioned it earlier. Was it 9 for 146 and a touchdown? I'm sure we'll see which sort of record he set again. And now Cooper Kupp's going to come back, and who knows what's going to happen there.
Yeah, he can come back as early as next week, but
yeah, I'm not sure I believe he will.
Yeah.
Bulky hamstring. He's 31. I mean, 31 is just ancient, as we know.
so old.
I know.
But it is old in NFL terms, man.
That's true. I know. Let's see. 2nd and 6. Hurts going up top. Nobody home. Just got rid of it. So they need to get in field goal range here for sure.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, it kind of felt like they're just, well, obviously a field goal wins it, but they're kind of being conservative, but then they took a shot there. So try to get yards, obviously, but man.
Well, they know their kicker can kick it from 60.
Yeah. Elliott, they got a good one back there.
Boost still just crying tears of sorrow about the tush push. When they do it, Hurts finally gets hurt. All Eagles fans will be crying about why they put him in that position.
He's a smart guy.
Is that your burner, Mark? No.
Yeah, seriously.
But you know what? If any quarterback were to do it, it would be Hurts, man. He's built like that.
Yeah. We had a penalty. Hurts today, 3-10 and 2 touchdowns.
Intentional grounding.
Oh, wow. So 3rd and 17. That pushes them out of field goal range. 11 penalties for the Eagles.
So now we're looking at 3rd and
17. 3rd and 16, according to ESPN. 3rd and 17, according to the broadcast. All right. Well, you don't have to get a first down. If they can get to the 35-yard line, that's still pretty good.
But he's kicked field goals from here.
For sure.
60, yeah. He beat the Giants. I remember that a couple of years ago with a 60-yarder.
Do you try a 60-yard field goal in this position, though?
Devonta Smith gets to the 36, so that's 52 yards.
yeah,
that's
you
easy.
got to take that
A
obviously.
52
But it
yarder
was
here for
I
Jake
would
Elliott.
be curious if it was 60. It's like, okay, you miss, flip the field, but I think you got to you play to win, right?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you got to take that. Especially
Yeah.
Elliott too.
I
Maybe
agree.
if you have
you got to trust your
Yeah.
guys. You got to trust your guys.
I have seen overtimes like that where they've turned down a 60-yard.
Looks like he made it.
Boom.
Damn it, Mark.
Sorry.
Elliott, automatic. Birds, 4-0. We win the money line and the Commanders cover, 34-31. Automatic. All right. Well, now the balls and the Niners and the Cowboys, or not the Cowboys, the Niners and the Dolphins lost. So Niners and Eagles are the last two undefeated teams in the National Football League.
It's Niners score a touchdown.
There you go.
Yeah, let's go up to 96.
96, or you didn't buy it, right?
Because I had my Kansas City thing. I couldn't.
Right.
I couldn't.
That's right.
It was easy money.
Gentlemen, thanks for joining us on the Witching Hour.
Yeah, that was
any last
this is
things,
great. This is
last
great.
thoughts for anybody? Mark, we'd love to have you back if you're willing.
Yes, I would love it. And go Kansas City, please.
Maybe next time we'll get you to put down some live arbs. We'll put some of the other books on notice.
Hey, I'll do it.
Okay.
Whatever you want, I'll do.
My man.
Yeah,
Ben?
thanks for having me, man. That was fun. And at the end of the day, I think I went up like 1% because I had a decent amount on that Vikings, but 1 and 2.
Okay.
Oh well.
Hey, as long as you're profitable, it's all that matters.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
Murray, Boos, thanks for watching, guys. Heisenberg, thanks for watching. No show next week, just FYI. No show next week. If you want to sign up for Capwise, do so. And if you want to sign up for Sport Trade, if you're watching us through Capwise, sign up for Sport Trade and use promo code CW.
Sport Trade.
Yes.
There you go. That way our guys at Capwise get a little kicked back in their direction. Gentlemen,
CW.
thank you. Thanks so much. And we'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching.
All right, take care. Nice meeting you, Ben.
Yep. See ya.